If by some chance you did not know, the retro-style 2D pixel art fighting game Blazing Strike drops this month on the 17th of October. If you're looking for yet another fighting game that has that old school look and feel, check it out. You can pre-order right now. Speaking of Blazing Strike, 2 months ago I dropped this video after I had seen a post from the official Twitter account that seemed to tease the possibility of DLC characters. And moments ago, while I was recording another video, the news came to me, thank you Onyx, that said DLC has been confirmed. Look at the post right here. I do recall there was a special announcement that was teased the day before in the Blazing Strike Discord, and quite honestly, I was not expecting this. For one, it has been announced that we have 2 additional characters coming to Blazing Strike, and what makes this all the more awesome is that it is free DLC. Free DLC, like, you know what I meant. And the first of these 2 characters has been revealed as Antonio Calavera. According to the post, he's a vigilante who works in the shadows of the society, which I know has been alluded to when I was going through the character profiles or whatnot, so that's gonna be interesting. And of course, at the end, they say more details are coming soon. And also, this is another reason why I was not expecting this, because I thought that today's announcement was just going to be the winners of the giveaway for a digital copy of the game, if I'm not mistaken. I was not expecting a DLC character announcement this early. I was actually expecting one to be a little bit later on, but I'm glad I was wrong about that. Congratulations to those who won the giveaway. But yeah, let's talk about Antonio. Now, I did look at the webpage where all the character profiles are, and I do not see one for Antonio, which, you know, okay, it makes sense. Like, I know sometimes with certain websites, you know, character gets revealed automatically, you might get a little something, but I cannot wait to see his character profile. But yeah, I am already digging this design right here. Those of you that have been following me long enough probably know why, and even those of you that follow me that know me personally also know why I would like this design. And even saying that's kind of funny because you could take that 2 different ways. Like, for one, I'm a total sucker for dark fantasy, gothic, macabre type of imagery. And I mean, even with like the brighter colors, like the whole skull motif is really cool. And on top of that, especially with his character portrait here, I know a lot of people, even though it is not exclusive to this character, I know some people who might see this may think of Reaper from Overwatch, who I used to play a whole bunch back with the original Overwatch 1. Overwatch 2, I don't really play him all that much. I play Junker Queen, which is funny because there is a character on this roster that made me think of Junker Queen. It was Pink Samurai. But yeah, just looking at what we have here before us, he's armed with some guns, so obviously, or quite possibly, he's a zoner, which that's cool, but for me personally, I would hope that he's less like a Happy Chaos and more like the Ranger from DNF Duel or Kaguya from Under Night and Birth. Like, those types of gunslinger characters I tend to like a little bit more than just the typical stuff, but honestly, from what I've seen of these characters, which by the way, more footage of more of the characters in action is out there. For a while, Rare Breed was putting out and previewing every single character's rush abilities, which there is quite a lot there. But I say all that to say that I trust that Rare Breed is going to knock it out the park when it comes to Antonio. Like, I am expecting some really cool stuff from this character. I like what I see aesthetically. Now I just gotta see the gameplay because, again, there have been times where I'll like a character cosmetically and aesthetically, but the playstyle might not gel with me that much, or I might not be that much into it. I'm hoping that is the case here. Right now, I can tell you that, again, from all the characters that I've seen so far for this game, I don't think there are any terrible, bad, boring, dry designs. There are those I like more than others, like for instance, Mochizuki, Pink Samurai, Nagi, Oro, and Hana are my top 5 right now. Like, those are just my top 5 favorites. Everybody, in my opinion, everybody else for the most part, is good as far as like impressions they've made on me. Like, one thing that I'm not too worried about with this game is the fact that there are several different characters that I can get into, so small chance of me getting bored. I will say this though, I'm still looking forward, and I do kind of wish that they would preview the story mode, because from what I've seen, because they've had several little exhibitions, mostly on Twitch, But I do recall with one of the last ones that I saw a preview of the menu, and arcade mode and story mode were separated, which for me, I like that. Now in some cases, yeah, you can merge them together, but I am just happy at the fact that they're separate. Arcade mode, you're gonna get an arcade ending. Story mode needs to tell the canon story of the game. I know I'm kind of trailing off and trailing back to a topic that I wish I could just get away from, but it keeps finding me. But that is one way in which you can still establish and utilize characters that might not be canon to the storyline or dead or whatnot. Like, it might be a character that's canonically dead or doesn't have a role in the story, but you bring them back, you put them on the roster, but then when you go to play the story mode, it's established that they're not in the story. That way, you know, the story is kept crisp, there's no silly stuff in there, and on top of that, people that love their iconic characters can get their iconic characters. That's why I typically like for arcade mode and story mode to be packaged differently. Even though, of course, you know, the gameplay might still be about the same, but it's about the framing. It's about what it is that you're looking out for. Arcade, you're just gonna probably try to time attack, get an ending, unlock some stuff. And of course, you might unlock some stuff in story mode, but it's telling you the story. And seeing that Blazing Strike is a new IP, and seeing that, of course, there is definitely a narrative here with the story. Of course, if you look at the character profiles, I'd love to see exactly how they explore those more so. But yeah, overall, again, just to review, Antonio, I like what I'm seeing so far. I can't wait to see how he plays. Like, even aside from just aesthetically, like, a lot of these characters do have very interesting playstyles, and I expect just as much from Antonio. I really expect just as much. And I'm kind of curious as to who the second character is, because again, I just think they make good designs, man. I just think they make really good designs. And I also wonder, is there going to be any more DLC past this? Which honestly, I would imagine that depends on how well the game does, as it usually is the case. But on top of the fact that it's free DLC makes it all the better. And I love that. But yeah, that's the long and short of it for here. Let me know what you think. What you think of Antonio? Get you more hype for the game? Not really your thing? Did you pre-order Blazing Strike? You're looking forward to it? Just waiting to see? Whatever it is, all your feelings about Blazing Strike, please comment below. And once again, you can wish list, you can pre-order right now on PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. I, of course, have been the Chris Lotus, and I will talk to y'all when I talk to y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves, be safe out there, be cool to each other, stay cool by staying hydrated. See ya.